Good morning. This is Chiminopity55. This video is the program of reading Bible in English. I'm a Japanese and I'm not good at English still yet, so practice with Bible. Practice English with Bible. So today I read the Genesis 2. Adam and Adam and Eve. So let's start reading. Maybe it is. I felt it is short. I do more long. I do more the full, but it is okay. But I maybe I can do. Okay, so start reading. 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. Vast array. Array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the 77th day, he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. Adam and Eve. This is the account of the heavens and the earth when they were created. When the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. Now no shrub had yet appeared on the earth, and no plant had yet sprung up. The Lord God had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no one to work on the ground. But streams came up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground. Then the Lord God formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath the breath of life. The breath of life. Breath of life. Breath of life. And the man became living being. Now the Lord God had planted a garden in the east in Eden, and there he put the man he had formed. The Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river watering the garden flowed from Eden. From there it was separated into 4 headwaters. The name of the first is the Pishon, 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 Pishon.
Pichon.
Pishon. Pishon is a Pishon. It winds through the entire land of Havila, 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 Hebria.
Havilah.
Havilah. Where there's gold, the gold of that land is good. Aromatic leasing and onyx are also there. The name of the second river is the Gihon. Oh, Gihon.
The following pronunciation is brought to you by pronouncenames.com.
Gihon.
Gihon. Havilah. Where there's gold, the gold of the land is good. Aromatic leasing and onyx are also there. The name of the second river is Gihon. It winds through the entire land of Kush. Kush? Possibly southeast Mesopotamia. Kush. The name of the third river is the Tigris. It runs along the east side of Ashur. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. And the Lord God commanded the man, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must eat not from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat from it, you will certainly die." The Lord said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the wild animals and all the birds in the sky. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. And whatever the man called each living creature, that was its name. So the man gave names to all the livestock, the birds in the sky, and all the wild animals. How arrogant, the Christ. But for Adam, no suitable helper was found. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep, and while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's leaves, and then closed up the place with flesh. Then the Lord God made the woman from the leaf he had taken out from the man, and he brought her to the man. The man said, "This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh." Adam and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame. Okay, so let's shadowing.
2. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array.
Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array.
By the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing.
By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing.
So on the seventh day he rested from all his work.
So on the seventh day he rested from all his work.
Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done.
Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy. Holy. Sorry. Because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. All the work of creating that he has done.
This is the account of the heavens and the earth when they were created, when the Lord God made the earth and the heavens.
This is the account of the heavens and the earth when they were created, when the Lord God made the earth and the heavens.
Now no shrub had yet appeared on the earth, and no plant
Now no shrub had yet appeared on the earth,
had yet sprung up,
and no plant had yet sprung up.
for the Lord God had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no one to work the ground.
For the Lord God had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no one to walk the ground.
But streams came up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground.
But streams came up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground.
Then the Lord God formed a man
Then the Lord God formed a man
from the dust of the ground, and
from dust of the ground,
breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
And the man became a living being.
And the man became a living being.
Now the Lord God had planted a garden in the east, in Eden, and there
Now the Lord God has planted a garden in the east, in Eden.
he put the man he had formed.
And there he put the man he had formed.
The Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees
The Lord God made all kinds of trees grow. The Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground.
trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food.
Trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food.
In the middle of the garden were the tree of life, and
in the middle of the garden was the tree of life,
the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
And the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Good and evil. Nimi.
A river watering the garden flowed from Eden.
A river watering the garden flowed from Eden.
From there it was separated into 4 headwaters.
From there it was separated into 4 headwaters.
The name of the first is the Pishon.
The name of the first is the Pishon.
It winds through the entire land of Havilah.
It winds through the entire land of Havilah,
where there is gold. The gold of that land is good. Aromatic resin and onyx are also there.
The gold of the land is good. Aromatic resin and onyx are also there.
The name of the second river is the Gihon.
The name of the second river is the Gihon.
It winds through the entire land of Cush.
It winds through the entire land of Cush.
The name of the third river is the Tigris.
The name of the third river is the Tigris.
It runs along the east side of Asher.
It runs along the east side of Asher.
And the fourth river is the Euphrates.
And the fourth river is the Euphrates.
The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it.
The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden. To work it and take care of it.
And the Lord God commanded the man.
And the Lord God commanded the man.
You are free to eat from any tree in the garden.
You are free to eat from any tree in the garden.
But you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
But you must not eat from the tree of But you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
But when you eat from it,
For when you eat from it,
under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground Genesis grow out entire land. And the fourth river is what? You found all the wild animals and all the birds in the sky. He brought them. When you eat from it, you will certainly die.
You will certainly die.
The Lord God said,
The Lord God said,
It is not good for the man to be alone.
It is not good for the man to be alone.
I will make a helper suitable for him.
I will make a helper suitable for him.
Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the wild animals and all the birds in the sky.
Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the wild animals and all birds in the sky.
He brought them to the man to see what he would name them.
He brought them to the man to see what he would name them.
And whatever the man called each living creature,
that
was its name. So the man gave names to all the livestock, the birds in the sky, and all the wild animals.
So the man gave names to all the livestock, the birds in the sky, and all the wild animals.
But for Adam no suitable helper was found. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep, and while he was sleeping he took one of the man's ribs and then closed up the place with flesh.
So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep, and while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs, and then closed up the place with flesh.
Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib.
Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib
He had taken out of the man.
he had taken out of the man,
And he brought her to the man.
and he brought her to the man.
The man said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh.
This is now bone of my bone, and flesh and flesh.
She shall be called woman.
She shall be called woman.
For she was taken out of man.
For she was taken out of the man. for she was taken out of man.
That is why man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become.
That is why man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife,
one flesh.
and they become one flesh.
Adam and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame.
Adam and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame. It really, I wonder to keep or finish, but I'm really sleepy, so today I finish at this point, and next Bible, the next week Saturday, I continue from number 3, the 4. A little bit I read the 4. Now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the women, "Did God really say, you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" The woman said to serpent, "We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die." "You will not certainly die," the serpent said to the woman, For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." When the women saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made covering for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God as he was working in the garden in the cool of the day. And they hid from the Lord God among the trees of garden. But the Lord God called to the man, "Where are you?" He answered, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." And he said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" The man said, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." Then the Lord God said to the woman, "What is you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." So the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly, and you will eat dust all the days of your life. and I will put enmity between you and the women, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. Heel. To the women said, I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. He will rule over you. To Adam he said, because you listened to your wife and ate fruit from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat from it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil, you will eat fruit from it all the day of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you. Sister. Sisters.
Thistles.
Scissors for you. It will produce thorns and scissors for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken, for dust you were, and to dust you will return. This like ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Like Adam named his wife Eve because she would become the mother of all living. The Lord God made garments, garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. And the Lord God said, the man has not become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not allow to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life, and eat and live forever. So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. After he drove the man out, he placed on the east side forced to guard the way to the tree of life. I cannot shadowing. I'm really sleepy. So see you next time.